Hey everyone, One Big Boss here. As you can tell from the title of the video that you clicked on, we're talking about GameStop. More specifically, the bullshit that they just pulled to their employees. Again. Now, GameStop is an ever-revolving door of either something really good or something really bad, and this is no exception. 3 years ago, they said that they were not going to open their stores on Thanksgiving, so that their employees could be with their families and they could have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, or if they don't celebrate Thanksgiving, they can just have the day off and just be, happy. Now, that was 3 years ago, but now they've broken that. Unfortunately, of November 2017, they're going to open their store on Thanksgiving, and then they have the people who are going to deal with Black Friday right after. Now, see, this is something that it kind of affects me a lot too, because before I started doing, like YouTube as much as I have now and going into photography full time, I worked in the restaurant business for the better part of 10 years. Worked in many different restaurants. I held positions there for a very long time, moved to other ones when it was more profitable and better situations, better working environments. And the thing of it is, this is what causes morale to go down in a company. Now, everybody always says, oh, well, employees are expendable. You have to understand that. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, but when you start telling your employees that doesn't make me or them want to work for you anymore. See, that happened to me at one of my restaurants. See, what happened was I was working at this one restaurant for, oh, God, I was at that one for about 4 or 5 years, and it was fun because I got to work with a lot of good people, and it was in my town, so I knew a lot of the people coming in to eat with their families and everything. So that was good. But it was the politics of the place, the way the bosses ran the place. They just treated us like we were expendable all the time. And it's like, well, why should we come work for you then if that's your attitude? Because what I learned in my 10 years in the business was the fact that if you don't treat your employees right, if you don't praise them and thank them and give them something for their hard work and their dedication of all the money they're making you, no one's going to want to work for your company, and you're going to fold. And that was the same with this one. Half the time we got no thanks, we got nothing from nobody, we got treated like crap, and a lot of us were getting sick and tired of it. And for every great employee, the one that comes in when they're hungover, or the ones that come in when they're sick, or the ones who abandon their plans last minute to come in for the place, and when they need something and you, the company, do not give back to them, or they're the ones who've just proved themselves time and time again that they're the reliable ones. For every one of those employee types that you lose, you're going to be training 6 different people until you get a halfway decent person. I've seen businesses never recover from the workers that they've lost. Because, I worked with girls who could take up to 6 tables at once, even 7. They could take parties of 30 and handle 3 separate tables by themselves. I've seen bartenders be able to run an entire bar by themselves. And the lack of respect that they got when the littlest thing happened that wasn't their fault. Now, you're all probably wondering, why are you going into this whole restaurant story when this is about GameStop? Well, it's the same thing. GameStop, they even said it themselves, which I'm pretty sure is a crock of shit. But as they put it up, it's right here on my screen. To better serve our guests with their ever-evolving holiday shopping needs, this year GameStop will open its stores for a shortened and limited time on Thanksgiving Day. Many of our store's associates and guests have asked for this. We have heard their request, and we are making an adjustment to our previous position on this topic. Really? I am pretty sure nobody wants to work on Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate it, it's great to have a day off. Now, I'm sure there's probably people out there somewhere that want to do it. Like in the restaurant business, when you work on a holiday, because restaurants never fucking close, at least ones that are owned by big corporate companies, a lot of people just want to be with their families. And now it's open for a shortened and limited time. How limited are we talking about? 2 hours? 3 hours? Are you going to stretch that into 4 hours? Because then everything's gone and done with families by then. Depending on your family. Some families don't get together till 4 in the afternoon. Some get there at noon. Some get there at 1. And it's just ridiculous. And this is why GameStop is going to go out of business at one point. We're moving into the age where everybody's downloading things digitally, or the sales of physical things are getting a lot cheaper to get thanks to things like Amazon Prime or deals through Best Buy or something like that. And GameStop is not going to be able to hold on much longer. They're going to go the way of Blockbuster, all right? Now, I loved Blockbuster as a kid, and when that place was shutting down and all the stores were closing down, I cleared out those stores of all their video games when they were selling them. And GameStop is going to go the same way. You can sell all the figures that you want. You can sell all the shirts that you want, merchandise, cell phones, iPads, whatever you're trying to sell. It's not going to work, okay? And it's kind of sad, too, because it was stores like this that got rid of one of the greatest stores that I ever had the pleasure of being a part of. It was called Play and Trade. It was a retro video game store, and at this store, either me and my friends all lived at the store, worked there at one point, something like that. We had a blast with the store. I'll get into a separate video about that later on. But we repaired retro video game systems, we fixed discs, we did all these amazing things, and stores like GameStop opened up and put them out of business, and it sucked. Because the retro gaming business has made a comeback, and there are stores out there. Like I know, like especially down south, there's a lot of mom and pop stores. There's a lot of other different stores out there that run retro gaming stuff, which is great. There's a place called Game Underground here in Massachusetts. If you know of it, please head over to there. It's in the it's actually in the where was it? I can't remember exactly the place that they moved to now, but they're in a big mall. So I would definitely advise going there. There's a place called Bowser's Basement in the Taunton area. They're really good. I've seen their prices. I've seen the things. The guy's really passionate about what he does at that store and how he runs it. I mean, right now he's currently trying to get Tom Brady. So those are the stores that are going to do good, because retro gaming is going to be a thing always at this point. At least that's what I truly believe. You know, video games are always going to be a thing. There's always going to be a want and a need for physical copies of things. But as for GameStop, they're gonna go under. And like I said, and this is just like with any place. If you do the bullshit that you do, nobody's gonna want to shop there. We're gonna get people that are working there that don't give a shit. I mean, thankfully at my GameStop, the guys that work there, they go the distance for me. They're great. They do their job. You know, they love their job, and that's great. But guys, honestly, if you see this video, you gotta leave at one point. I mean, or stay on the sinking ship until the very end, get like a nice severance package or something like that, you know. But holy crap, guys, I think that maybe within 3 years, possibly 4, GameStop will be no more. Again, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but given the way that things are going now, and the way that company keeps treating its employees, it's getting rough right now. So, in the comments below, let me know what you think. What do you think about this whole working on holiday thing? You know, I'm sure a lot of us have done it, and I think that that's the problem. All these corporations, like, they don't have to work on these holidays themselves. They just make the lower people do it. And again, it's not right. We've lost so much in all these years of change where Christmas doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. We're not allowed to say Merry Christmas a lot of the times. You know, everything just is like shop, spend, get. Personally, I don't know why people don't shop earlier. I mean, I start my Christmas shopping literally in like September, or even in like October I start, because, you know, things have already been out there, a little less money now, and I know the people I'm shopping for haven't gotten it. So, you know, I personally will not do that. I will not walk into a GameStop on Thanksgiving unless it's to see my friends and check up on them and everything. Maybe I bring them Dunkin' Donuts or something like that, you know. Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments below, because it's really a scumbag thing to do. It really fucking is. So, please like and subscribe, because it's free in this day and age. Free's a damn good thing. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I'll see you all next time.